The owner of the Brockamour Manor, Rick Jorgensen, is waiting for us now. This is a gorgeous B&B, a historical building built in 1809, and they are known for an incredible four-course breakfast. Let's go check it out.
We are here at Brockamour Manor with Rick Jorgensen. We are in the great room, and it is a spectacular room. Rick, tell us a little bit about this incredible B&B.
Well, Brockamour Manor dates back to 1809. It was built by Captain John Powell, and he built it in preparation for his marriage to Isabella Shaw. And Isabella Shaw was the daughter of Aeneas Shaw, who was a wealthy landowner in Boston that fought in the Revolutionary War or War of Independence, depending on which side of the pond he came from. And he fought alongside Lord Simcoe. And when Lord Simcoe was sent out here to resettle, he sent for Aeneas Shaw, who had come up to New Brunswick with the Empire Loyalists. And he came out and helped Simcoe settle this area.
And he built this gorgeous home for her?
Powell built the home. He was also the son of William Dummer Powell, so the first Attorney General of Upper Canada. So the home was very prestigious because of the family background. So it was built out of block and stone, so that in the War of 1812, when the whole town was burned to the ground, this home didn't burn to the ground because the walls were made out of stone. So it's one of the few buildings that remained standing after the War of 1812.
And this is really a stunning B&B with all the history that it has here. It is so rich, and the structure, I know you've had an addition put on. It's about 8,000 square feet, and every room is absolutely done absolutely incredibly. And there's also a little bit of a scary history here. I think there's a ghost that resides here, apparently, or maybe you can tell us whether it's true or not.
Well, it depends on which viewpoint you have, right?
What was that?
Yeah, exactly. It is purported as part of folklore that we have Sophia, who was Isabella's youngest or younger sister, who lived here with Powell and Isabella. And as the story goes, Brock was visiting Aeneas Shaw because Shaw was appointed to the Executive Council of Upper Canada. And so it's likely that they would have met at some time because Brock was always looking for money from the administration to help organize the troops. So we go by the folklore that Brock met. As the story goes, they fell in love, carried on a romance, and when he was killed in the first battle in Queenston Heights, she lived a full life. She never married. She stayed single her entire life, moved into Toronto after they sold the home in the 1830s and lived there until she was 80. But as the story goes, she came back visiting and stayed here.
Looking for her true love, perhaps.
Looking for her true love. Brockamour, the name Brockamour comes from that folklore. It wasn't given to the home when it became a B&B. It's carried that name for decades prior to it being a B&B. So amour is a French word for love, so Brockamour is love of Brock.
Okay, so we've talked a little bit about the home, but what about the breakfast part of the bed and breakfast here?
Well, all of the bed and breakfasts in this area are wonderful. We're part of a wonderful network of bed and breakfasts in Niagara-on-the-Lake. I'm sure you travel the world as we do, and when we stay in bed and breakfast, none can compare to what people find in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And here at Brockamour, we like to take care of our guests. We sit on almost an acre of land, so they have lots of room to wander around, and we have various areas for them to sit, and we serve a four-course gourmet-style breakfast that changes every day, so no one will have the same breakfast twice here, unless they stay for more than 10 days, and then we're done. So.
That would be absolutely awful.
Then you go over the cycle again. You start over again, I guess.
No, after the 10th day, we tell our guests that they get to choose which is their favorite, and everyone else has to put up with their choice. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's very democratic, I think. Or is that autocratic? I'm not really sure. And you also have a very old tree out back. I mean, just speaks to the history of the property as well.
Yes, we have a spruce tree that's about, I don't know how tall it would be, maybe 80 to 100 feet. That we had an arborist because after a windstorm we had some damage to some trees, so we had him come out and check. And he came out and
That's Sophie.
he came out and checked the trees, and we asked him about the spruce tree because we were a little concerned about it. And he said, no, it's strong. It's been there for more than 250 years, so it'll remain standing for a long time. So some of the branches are as big as some of the other trees on the property.
It's amazing. Incredible.
I think we should have a party in this great room. No, what do you think?
Absolutely, we have parties here quite often. So it's a beautiful home. We really enjoy it. It's warm, even though it's big. It feels quite warm and homey, and our guests really enjoy coming.
Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with us this afternoon, Rick.
Well, thank you for visiting, and come back anytime, and hopefully Sophia will come and greet you at the door.
Thanks, Rick.